Sorry about that. My phone went out on me, so now I'm charging my phone. Hopefully I can get this done. But like, well, I think my phone wants to die again. Let me just put this back on the charger. The battery is not really that great now. There's like, okay, so my phone went out on me, and that's why I'm on my computer now. So I apologize. That I put my phone on the charger. It doesn't want to hold the charge. So like I was saying, in 2024, all of 2024, I've been like blessing, like praising God, and I was super happy, super blessed, and super excited. And I was really, really happy about that. I tried to tell everybody about it because God really restored my memory when I had no recollection of me and my wife. And this is what I'm going to show you guys. This is who she is. She is a celebrity. Which doesn't happen that much. So my case is rare, but it is about the present, yeah. And that's why I have an issue with these people that are trying to get in the way. This is part of the problem, is the people that want to control people have an issue with me and her being together. So that's why they're against me and her being together. I'm about to show you guys the exact video. I'm literally showing you guys what to look up, and I'll paste the video as well. But that's who my wife is. And it's been really, really nice, actually. I've tried to tell my family, my friends. Some people just don't really want me and her together, you know. Some people would rather control her, you know, like some people are kind of like controllers of her, and they think that they're doing something better, you know. Amsterdam, Storm, Shadow, Ooh, 2013, Ariana Grande. And this is the video right here. If I share it and paste it right here, you guys will see the video. So that's a video that I appeared in. It was years ago. I had shaved my beard, kind of like Logan from Wolverine. And when I stood out on that balcony, I was very nervous because I had never recorded myself before 2017. Well, actually, no. I take that back, before 2015. Because I had done videos, live streaming in 2015, 2016, and 2017 before I started recording videos. So I was a little nervous about stepping out on that balcony. She told me that it was okay. She reassured me. She pretty much told me, like, hey, you can come out here. I was really nervous because I knew there were a lot of people and I just didn't know how many. Um, the video has over 100,000 views on it. Um, and it's from like earlier in her career when she first started out, pretty much. And ever since then, like I've been kind of just really grateful. Most people don't know that I kind of, most people don't know this, but like I helped her out of a dark place in her life. And she's been very happy and very, very happy. I'm not going to say who caused it exactly. I will say that there were a lot of factors. And that's the truth. Like, there were a lot of factors. That's how I felt too, though, at the time. In 2022, I felt down about myself for a while. And I was like numb, you know. This was before 2024 when I got back to God. And a lot of people don't know that. Most people don't know that, like, the reason that most Hollywood people go kind of different is because of the fact that that there's some really evil people behind the scenes trying to make celebrities go corrupt. And a lot of the celebrities are actually good people. They end up trying to shift their way back into the light towards God. They want to find God. Celebrities know about angels and demons, God and the devil too. And um, that's why you see a lot of celebrities giving their life to God or Jesus, and it's actually amazing. The peace that you get is like no other. The joy, the warmth, the experiences, being able to almost follow like a breadcrumb trail of creation, to be able to see God's footprint and everything is just amazing. Um, in 2024, I went golfing a lot because I like to just be able to walk out and take in the fresh air. People would speculate about why I would take walks or why I would do things a certain way. And in reality, all I cared about was just, God wanted me to focus on Him throughout 2024. And when I got back with my wife, it was a little difficult because like we were not seeing each other as much. Um, some of it had to do with her career, and some of it had to do with the fact that some people just didn't want to see us together. Um, and that's the truth. Um, some people wanted to make false accusations, false allegations against me. They would kind of subliminally hint at it, and it was just like I found out that they were doing it to her other guy too, um, Ethan, and he did nothing wrong. You know, I did nothing wrong either. Like they've been trying to like poke and prod at me for like the evil people trying to control her. Have been trying to poke and prod at me. They did it with Mac Miller too back in the day. It's because he wanted to get her out of her career, and I kind of like that she's a positive influence on everybody. I really like it. Like she's using her voice, her platform, and she's trying to make people feel comfortable where they're at, but also happy, not depressed or suicidal like these other people are. And these other people are trying to do that so much because they want people to die because they have a depopulation agenda. And these people are the ones that pushed Mac Miller towards death. So they tried it with me. They tried it with Mac. They did it with Mac. They tried it with Ethan. They tried it with Dalton. They tried it with Pete. All of her boyfriends, all of her husbands, you know. And it's because they're evil. The people that don't want her to be happy, you know, don't want her to have uh, her own joy, that want to like control her platform. They pretty much wanted to do what they've done to other celebrities, make them hateful, make them vindictive, make them narcissistic, and almost try to paint them in a bad light, push more of the evil system out there. And that's what they've been trying to do with her for a while. And they're extremely delusional in their thinking if they think that she's going to compromise her beliefs and morals for their agenda. Um, it's really delusional thinking. So they think that if you get into Hollywood, they control you. That's not true at all. They've blacklisted people before out of Hollywood, like Mel Gibson and other Christian celebrities for not being controllable. The things they do is almost like the mafia. It's like really, really tough. You know, it's kind of concerning a little bit. Borderline criminal, if you want to say it like that. You know, that's what they do towards people that are not easily controlled. Um, I got no filter. They know that. They hate me. That's probably why they don't want to see me with my wife. Back when she had no filter in 2015, she was more outspoken back then about things. And she's been having to kind of censor herself for the role of Glenda, as well as trying to be a positive influence as well. And she had been outspoken against these people before in the past, and they've done things to her to try to make her intimidated. And I just look at these people as like they're kind of delusional in their thinking towards her. Um, They think they can control her, manipulate her, all this stuff. They act like a wannabe version of Ethan Hunt and James Bond. That's how they act. That's just the truth. They do this all the time. And they know that it sounds a certain way. They know that I got more credibility. Past life was written about me. Um, she calls me Saturn. I call her the galaxy. Because all of her boyfriends, all of her husbands, they revolve around her galaxy. So, um, yeah. And she's got very beautiful eyes too. So it's, you know, they're like the galaxy. I look up to her. So if you look on my Instagram account, correlate the dates of the series that I made, the thumbnails with the stuff with Ariana Grande. It's almost like a record train with her songs and stuff. And there's a series I made called TIS, and that one has like marbles in the background. They kind of do look like planets. Um, and I was gonna make the series and stuff, but there were people that wanted it to be almost like real life and stuff. I can confirm it means something else entirely. I've already pretty much given everything over to her so then they can't manipulate her. The meaning behind the series means something else entirely. And people have been trying to keep me away from my wife. You know, I saw her in Kenosha. Saw Ethan up in Milwaukee. He offered me dinner. Um, One night is at a Denny's. I saw him and Hale. And they're cool. You know, they're very nice. Ethan complimented my sweatshirt as well. He said it looked really cool. And my sweatshirt looks like the one that I was wearing looked like cotton candy, but it was like a Michael Jordan sweatshirt, like a Chicago Bulls sweatshirt. And I think it looks like cotton candy though, because of the coloring on it. But it is pretty cool. And he's a really cool guy. Like Brianna's really lucky to, be with him. And he's lucky to be with her too. And I support both of them. Like I really support them both and respect them for protecting her. And I have nothing more to say than like I love my wife and she's just been really nice about things and I've been trying to get to her, so to speak. There was a couple moments where I was going towards somewhere, and I wanted to just drive straight. And she told me where she is. She told me where, you know, and I just wanted to like make her day. I've set up a date in 2024 with her, and when I found out that she had met some old friends of mine, they're not friends anymore because we're not keeping contact anymore. And I saw them at a coffee shop in Kenosha. Funny thing is this was before I figured out I was Saturn. The coffee shop is called Summermode. Fun fact, like literally, like what's the coincidence of that happening? Crazy. That was before I figured everything out. I just went there because like I liked the environment. It was cozy, and the inside was cozy. I thought she would love it there, and I was gonna buy her coffee, pay for it myself, and then um, she could take it, drink it, and we could just chat, chill, hang out, and that's what I was planning on doing. The other people that were there, they weren't there on the very best of terms with me. She and I were kind of like trying to figure things out, like how we would be together and stuff during that time. And I've been trying everything, you know, to get to her. Another thing that she referenced was this. And yeah, so I used to say that for my password. That used to be my own password for everything. I'm not gonna say the rest of it, but there were like a couple of other characters attached to this. Um, but she remembered too, and it was just kind of like really nice. That was in that's all. And the way that she sung it was just very like sweet, very endearing, even though she had to deal with everything during that time. She felt like time had passed by a lot. She felt like she was wasting a lot of time. Because I had amnesia. That's why. So for let's see, it was about when did Prison Break? Okay. Well, it was on Netflix. I was watching it, and I want to say 2015 is when I started having, maybe 2016 is when I started having the amnesia. And then from there to about, okay, I gotta look up something. That's fine. Oh, that's not it. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I can't remember what the video was. I got it. So, the other thing is she said something about my face. Annie. That looks like me. My brother? What the frick? my wife are having issues because of these people, you know, these evil people. They just don't want to help them. I don't know where she is. Oh my goodness. Yep, that's where she is. Okay. Well, I hope she's doing okay. Well, I know she is. So. Part of the problem is that the CIA and FBI would bribe and pay people to do what they did to them. They tried to frame Mac for pedophilia. They forced him to commit suicide because they didn't like him. They did the same thing to me, and then they did the same thing to Ethan. So it's kind of on them for everything. And that's my life. Such a nice place to go. Thank goodness. There's a book lesson. The other thing is too, like the cause Pete to crash with going to the freight through a house. The bad people did. The people didn't know them. Well, that's just the truth, man. Honestly.